All right, Matt back with another Seifu Go YOMP Brian Legend video. You can see what the price of right here. You can see the price is what, $25, $26. It looks like it's making a little comeback. Let me see what else is going on here. See if anyone in Discord wants to talk about anything. So let me know what you think about YOMP. Do you think YOMP is a scam? Do you think it's going to follow in Seifu Go's footsteps? What's going to make YOMP stand out? What do you think will make it succeed, or what do you think it'll make it fail? Do you think it'll be a honeypot? Do you think it's going to follow in Seifu X, Seifu's footsteps? That's really what the question is. Now, I think that it's probably not going to have a very long life. You can see that Seifu Go is not having a very good run at it. And you can see that most likely liquidity will be taken off the table. You can see that they've already pivoted so many times with Seifu Go. And then now it's kind of being sunset. It's not going to be sunset. Brian Legends changes his mind left and right. And so it's just mind boggling that you can just keep, it's like rinse and repeat. Now, I hope, and the sad thing is when I talk about this, I don't want people to lose money. And so I think that you can kind of get people to come over and you can have people get all excited about certain projects. And most projects have, they have a short shelf life. Most projects, they pop at the beginning and they don't last the test of time. That goes for most projects in crypto. You can see with Seifu Go, there's more buys and sells. There's just money being yanked out here. I mean, I've talked about this 27, 28. Oh, Keith is joining the chat. I'm curious why SGO is yesterday's token. Well, it's pivot. Brian Legend saw that, that the money was kind of not going to be there. Seifu Go was on the decline. He floated the idea of the RVOL token, but we don't know. We don't know what Brian's up to exactly, but feel like that he constantly pivots, Seifu to Seifu X Vulcan. Then Vulcan just out of nowhere, there's a sacrifice for Uxie, and then there's a sacrifice. Then there's Seifu Go launches with amazing technologies. It's 8 years ahead of its time. And so it's tough to really know exactly what Brian's thinking, but it seems like it's a rinse and repeat pattern, even if some of the people that aren't, getting, wondering where their Vulcan funds are or getting disenfranchised and maybe turned off. But, they want their money, and they got, there was what, $30 million that sacrificed into Vulcan. A lot of people are wondering where that money's at, what it was used for. Some people think that Brian Legend bought a big fancy house in Australia with that money, and everyone's wondering when it's going to launch. Is it just going to be some shit fork of Binance Smart Chain? Is it actually going to be something that's solid? A lot of people have their own opinions. With YOMP, what is YOMP? He know that he milked Seifu Go dry, so he had to change the name up, in my humble opinion. And, you just never know exactly how everything's going to work. I don't see a future, though, where YOMP doesn't have some kind of pattern like Seifu Go, and then eventually it's there's Keith. I thought that his AI was amazing. What AI is for is short time. I think AI standard for Australian imposter, but yeah, I don't know. It's with Brian, he hopped on a trend. So how could you have the best AI that's 8 years ahead of his time developed in under a month? And to me, it seems like he comes out with these new projects and he's pivoting, and he is just, pivoting and coming up with the stuff on the fly. I don't think he planned YOMP for a long time. I think he came up with something, and then you can see that he's making up all these acronyms left and right. And, he loves the acronyms. Here's someone, Dave Fi is Snowy, Mr. Prodonomics. And I think Dave Fi uncovered something. Dave Fi uncovered Australian Imposter Bar. Haha, good one. And so I think Dave Fi uncovered something, because it might not actually be Brian, that has been, I don't know if Dave Fi, if you're watching this right now, maybe you can post that picture that you had yesterday of Brian's sister. I'm not sure if you still have that one, because Brian actually might not be the one behind all this, but I'll see if Dave Fi is in. If he's watching this, maybe he can post that in the Discord. So let's see. Well, actually, let's have Keith on and see what he has to say about Brian Legend. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Keith on, and it seems like Keith is kryptonite to Brian. They don't have a very good relationship. Let's see what a fellow Australian has to say about his mate down under.
Hey, don't be like that. He
Wait,
loves me.
he loves you. You guys have a good love-hate relationship, or is it all love?
Oh, it's all love. It's all love. He loves me. He reckons I'm the best guy out. He said yesterday I should go milking cows. I don't even have the dairy. I've been telling him that. But anyway, that's all right.
You got rid of the
I know. Oh, I never had one. I never had
Oh,
one.
okay.
We just rear the calves. We do the hard bit.
Oh, okay.
But of course, yeah, that's our life. It's all good. Cows don't do stupid shit. So yeah, it's rather interesting, all this stuff that you keep bringing up. Like, there's quite a few angles to it all, and whatever. Yeah, there's like the Petrova team. Like that was what you were talking about yesterday with me, and it's just amazing how hey Brian, like, is that your team? Like, really, your team? Like,
It looked like just a bunch of fake team
you
members and just
you
pictures
you want
pulled
to
out there. And
you want
that's
to throw
something
some shit.
that's
Yeah,
not fun. That's just a fact.
yeah. When like, you're quite happy to try and throw some shit, or at least try and find some against myself, weren't you? Yeah. Come on. We know. You tried your damnedest in your smooth voice, just talking to the community, trying to be all soothing and powerful, and like
Someone
you got
says that, in my
control.
opinion, Bot screwed his plans for making money with SGO. So he dumped Seifu Go and is moving on to YOMP.
The
And
bots
once
did it.
he had a plan, he wasn't making enough money, so he's got to pivot. And if he's making money, why is he going to stop doing that? And he's still got a big enough following that.
So who has the bots?
Oh, I think that this is someone that's
Maybe one and the same.
it could be,
Could
or
be.
maybe when Brian crashed the price, and said maybe someone else was
Oh,
buying
the
at the
bot
bottom, so
flush.
Brian couldn't maximize his profits.
The bot flush. Oh, that was a masterful stroke, Brian. Like, it's just amazing that you come up with terms like bot flush, and like, anyone that knows the space knows there's no such thing as a bot flush. Like, come on, mate, you got to be a bit more fair dinkum than that.
Then you bring up something that makes it so that the price pumps, some kind of news that people think's bullish, and then you just rinse and repeat. But with YOMP, I would say that, I don't think that it's going to, I mean, what's YOMP going to be 2 months after its launch? Is it going to be something like Seifu Go?
I just can't wait. I reckon YOMP would be awesome. Awesome to watch. I just love to watch it. It's like I watched Esco. It's just marvelous to watch it. I was just sitting back, just watching it go, honeypot. You know it was.
Oh yeah, that's two honey pots, and then manipulating the price, and then
And you didn't like me saying it on my own Discord. I'm talking to you, Brian. You wanted to censor me in my own Discord. How pathetic is that? It's my Discord. And all I said was that it's a honeypot 100% in my Discord. I respected your place. I did not do it in your place. I did it on my Discord. And where's your free speech line today about your Discord and the censorship rules that you run in there? That's totally against what you posted in that announcement. And you spit your dummy about what I say in my Discord. Like, that's just so childish.
Oh yeah, you can see how many wallets Brian has. I haven't watched all this video that the
Doesn't
on
he have
chain.
just one with the
Huh?
doesn't he just have one wallet with the ABE or whatever it is on the end?
Oh, right here on this video with on
On
chain, you can see that there's this video where Brian
oh,
showed all these wallets there. So I mean, and that's just,
really?
you can scroll a lot further down, and this is actually an
Of
older
course,
video.
of
This
course, he doesn't have one wallet. You'd have hundreds of wallets. Like, come on, guys, realize what's going on here.
Yeah, this one had this for the 2728 address here had over $2 million that got sent to Gate.io, and it came from
What do you use Gate.io for?
I mean, why would you want to send that much money to Gate.io unless you're cashing
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, it's an off ramp, right?
Anything for liquidity for Seifu Go back when he had those fake partnerships with those LP pools. You could just buy that on PancakeSwap.
Wasn't all the Seifu money supposed to go into Esco for liquidity? And
that's what they said on June 15th. And so right here, you got Seifu
and you showed the TXs as it going elsewhere, which is proof is on the blockchain.
Yep. Men lie, women lie, but the blockchain doesn't lie.
So what do people need to see as more evidence than blockchain transactions to prove where money goes or comes from and then goes to than what you've been showing? Like, you've been showing exactly what it is, haven't you?
Yeah, and there's some other people. There's some people in Discord that have dug more into Brian's wallets with gambling and things like that they've uncovered. And I need to
the
dive.
poor fella's, he's got an addiction.
And so, yeah, right here, this shows that these said that the Seifu taxes were supposed to go to the SGO liquidity pool. But right here too is when you go to 35 days ago and 32 days ago, that was like the beginning of Seifu Go, at least the second launch. And you can see the money was going from the Seifu Go treasury to this wallet. It was about $700,000 in those 2 days. So he was yanking liquidity out right off the bat. And so
that's unreal, because he made an announcement that all of the money's to go to Esco liquidity pool. And instead he's been taking the money and sending it to Gate.io as verified on the blockchain. Like, no one needs more evidence than that. That is there. Proof. Done.
Yep. And then here's an article that someone had that says the timeline of Brian's wealth according to the articles that are written about him.
Yeah.
Right here is showing 2022. He's saying that he's 2.6 million. Here it says 6.3 million. Now it says a net worth over 26 million. So in just a couple of years, people are wondering how he went from 2.6 million to worth 26
How much tax
million.
have you paid, Brian? How much tax have you paid?
Did they crack down on that in Australia?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wouldn't the ATO be interested in having a look at that, I wonder?
What's that, the Australian Tax Organization or something?
Australian Tax Office, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the IRS.
Yeah, that's right. They're strict on tax dodging. I'm not alleging that he's tax dodging, but it would be rather curious, because if you earn that sort of money, 50% of that would be in tax. So, round numbers. So he would be earning, if his wealth went up from, 6 million to 26 million or something?
2.6 to 26 million. So he'd had to make about $50 million if he had paid taxes on it.
That's correct. Yeah. And, have you done that, Brian? Have you?
Well, there's 30 million in the, we can go to the Wayback Machine and look at
Don't worry. I've got no problems with looking you in the face, mate. Just come and join me. Come on. You think you're all tough in that when I'm struggling and having trouble, when my chips are down, and you think you're all good, but come on live stream and have a talk to me. you know, as much as we can be face to face. Come on, you know, do it.
I wonder, was the sacrifice all with Seifu X, or is it with Vulcan too? I'm just trying to look up through the Wayback Machine to see what the sacrifice amount was.
It's Seifu X, and then of course you had the Bitcoin and ETH.
No, but the Vulcan blockchain, which website was it? Because there's one where you can see
Oh,
what the.
I'm not sure. That bit yeah.
We'll check the Vulcan blockchain. Just pulling it up on the Wayback Machine.
You guys are more into that than what I am. Sorry, I'm just a farmer, Brian. You remember that? Yeah. Just a farmer. What would I know? What a
Well, we'll have
dickhead.
to look up that at a different time. I don't
You're
have.
I love you, Brian. I reckon you're just great, mate. I love your style. So you're saying your personal work. You bought a house and a couple of cars, I hear. So you did that in the last year, and also paid your tax. You did well then, mate. You did really well.
According to those articles, but we know that those articles are BS.
No.
He likes his acronyms too. The
acronyms. The acronyms are so like yesterday. Like seriously, come on, Brian. Why do you just keep on pumping out that sort of verbal trash? Like all these acronyms for stuff. It's just ridiculous. You make it sound like it's all so good, but then what's in it for the investor? Oh, that's right. Sacrifices aren't an investment.
Let's see. I was just trying to pull it up. The right here, 34.34 plus million sacrificed.
Where's that stored?
Huh?
Where's that stored, Brian?
That's what a lot of people want to know. They think it might be stored in his house.
Where is it stored, Brian? Come on, have a talk to me.
Maybe it went to gate.io.
I'm just a farmer, you know. You can handle me. You can do it. He's just a farmer. He's nothing. Look at his house, you know. He's, with, you know, like, what have I got? I know you can't handle it. I know I'm drilling you in here. I know. Because you got all these little things that you can't answer.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions like, why do you have the fake Fatrova team members? He lied about the fire pit, then he addressed that he didn't. He said he didn't have the keys.
The keys to the fire pit. Now there's a good one, Brian.
And then the treasure.
I remember you saying that, you know, like it's immoral to touch the fire pit. It's immoral. Your words were that it was immoral. And then what are you doing to it now? Oh, that's right. It's to go to ESCO. Oh, sorry, Gate.io.
And then you got the treasure hunt for Seifu, where it was 1 in 700 quintillion chance that someone could have guessed the rest of the seed phrase.
Goblin was good, mate. Goblin was brilliant, Brian. Yeah. And it's nice how you got to talk to Goblin.
Yeah, I guess it's easy when you look in the mirror and you see that.
Oh, you wouldn't say that, would you?
Or
don't tell me you're dropping another bombshell on me.
Could have been his twin sister.
I can't handle this shit. If you saying that Goblin is Brian, no.
Or it could have been his twin sister.
Come on, I'm just a farmer. Come on, bring it on, Brian. Come on. You know you want to. Your fingers are getting all itchy. They want to have a tight. Come on. Slander me. Come on, bring it on. Just say some shit about me. Just say it. Bring it on. You know you want to.
He's probably drunk laughing right now. He's too drunk to come on.
I'm being Brian's little comedy act, am I? No, so a farmer's good at something then, hey?
Yep. Well, geez, I don't know. So here we are. Seifu goes $30.
Yeah, what's
Doesn't.
happened to that? It was 120 yesterday, day before, and got this. Yeah, Brian, you said that you're killing Esco. This, like, please excuse me for being a layman's terms or farmer's terms, like, because I'm too fucking stupid to understand all of the technical stuff. But you said it in Discord. Sorry about swearing on your YouTube channel.
Oh, that's fine.
But didn't you write in Discord that you were killing Esco? I personally didn't see the announcement. That was because I'm banned from your Discord, right? But I've seen someone took a screenshot or something. That's what happens in this space, and of the killing Esco, and you killed the price down to, like, correct me if I'm wrong, somewhere in the teens, and then you pumped the price back up, and it hit $120 at one stage. And what's it doing all the way back down to what, 20 or $30 again or something now? What's wrong with this Esco? What are you doing, Brian?
There's just moving on, but
Your
he's trying to.
reputation stands on this. You can't handle doing that, surely. Come on.
He's just pivoting to YOMP, and he's same thing will probably happen to YOMP, and he's
The
trying
one
to
to one.
he's trying to do it so that he can get as much out of YOMP, but at the same time try to keep as much of his fan base as possible.
No, he can't be
And
doing that, surely. Like, no, it's all for the investors. That's what he
yep,
says. It's to
yeah,
help everyone out. Like, he says it in his statements that he's doing everything for the people, you. Like,
I
if
guess
you'd only believe him and invest in his product, he's doing it all for you. And so
I
if
guess
he had
I
bought
guess
Esco,
sending the liquidity over to Gate.io is helping everyone. I think that's the best.
yeah,
Maybe that's the best for long term, because as long as Brian's got millions of dollars and he's living in his house, then he'll do a better job, because that way he can send more money to Gate.io.
yeah, I'm finding it rather curious to how that's actually helping the community though. Like, I'm struggling with that point. Like, what, and where's the Vulcan liquidity? Like, what have you, with all the sacrifices, what have you done with that, Brian?
And then there's another million that was supposedly sacrificed with Uxie. So there's $35 million right there.
And that 34 million, is that including the Bitcoin and the ETH as well, is it?
Oh, probably. I don't know if the sacrifice app is still
Yeah,
up.
yeah, I don't know.
Here we go. Here's this. I guess the sacrifice calculator. I don't know. I guess leaderboard. We'll see. But well, I probably need to
It's
get
all right.
off.
It's all right if you're not watching this, Brian, because I know the little minions will send it off to you and you'll get to see it. But I just want to say hello, and whenever you feel up to it, like, have a talk to me. Because I respect your place. I don't go and shit in Esco or whatever Discord you call it, and I don't run alts or anything. That's why I have no idea what's going on in there. So, like, when you feel up to it, just come and have a chat to me, Brian. Like, just be mates.
All right, Keith. I think I got to kind of get going here. And
Yeah, absolutely.
but thanks for coming on. And you got
No, it's interesting to roll through all those aspects, though, isn't it? Because like, I wouldn't have thought a proper CEO would do that sort of stuff. Makes me
Yep.
think.
Yeah, and
It's interesting.
yep, and that's something that people got to keep in mind with YOMP. But well, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for coming on, Keith. We'll do this again, and have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care, everyone. All the best. Be good.